Alright everybody, let's get this party started. Wait, where is everybody? I didn't see anyone out here in the hallway. There's no one in the bathroom. Where'd everybody go? I know the time is right. Wait a minute. I know what happened. They saw there was no coffee maker and were like, nah man, I'm out. So welcome everyone back to the giant kitchen, and today we're going to build a coffee maker and a blender. So the coffee maker we're going to be doing today is going to be 29 blocks high by 29 blocks long by 17 blocks wide, and the coffee pot itself is 14 blocks high. So come on out here and just go back over here and take a look. I can see that I'm 33 blocks. So take a few of these off. There we go, I'm at 29 blocks and 17 wide. 17, that'll make coffee maker base once I get the right things done. Alright, then the base is going to be a little thicker than 1 block, so let's bring this up to about there. Same thing on all 4 sides. And just close that in. Alright, and then we're going to make another base like the one on the bottom. So I'm just going to start off like this. Put me another little post here, just so I know how much to take off of that without wasting too much time. And then 4 high like it was on the bottom. For now I'm going to leave the top open because I've got some work I need to do up here. Hey, wait a sec. This isn't lined up. I made this a little too high, so shave that off. Alright, and then the rest of this is going to be 9 wide. So just like that. Alright, now we need the place for the coffee filters to go into. There's a little holder up here for that. So I'm just going to hold this around here like this. And go ahead and paint that black. Then I'm going to use these challenge wedges. Come out right. So what I'm going to do about that is I'm going to go ahead and take this off one in the back. That might be just a little bit too much wedge. Let's bring that down to the smaller one, I think. Alright. 3 of them over here. Spot up here so I can get into the coffee filter holder. Right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paint. It needs a hole to get through, right? I'm going to go ahead and color the rest of this white while I'm at it. And not forget to paint the bottom of this one this time. Then I think I would like to go ahead and open this up, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this off. A lot of the Mr. Coffee makers actually have a little place where you can pour water into this side. So I'm going to put one of these in here. And I think I would like to use this block for that. And then right at about here, there is a button with a light on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get me one of these headlights, put it right there. It needs to be turned down all the way instead. Put 2 of these in here, paint that white. And we want to use challenge glass for this. Now at some point later I may make this a button that you can actually push, but for now we're just going to kind of leave it like that, I think. And I'm going to paint this in the glass an orange color. Alright. That looks like it's about it for the base of the coffee maker. Now let's make the coffee pot. we don't have any wedges for glass whatsoever. We don't have any kind of glass other than block-shaped glass, so I'm just going to have to make do until we get wedges in the game that have glass in them. Now this I want to make out of regular glass, that way if people want to they can break it. So I want to make this 13 by 13. 13 that way, and then just fill it in. Let's start by taking the corners off. Now there's other ways of doing 3D pixel art, but this is the way I'm going to do it. And most of this is just trial and error. It's try something, see if it looks right. If it doesn't, try another way. Alright, now I need to expand this as I go up, so I'm going to pull it over here. Same thing here. Now I need to make it come out one more time. And it's actually a little easier if you go ahead and bring out your sides and then add the other pieces in. I also want to make this look like it's full of coffee, so I'm going to go ahead and start painting this glass. Before I get too far along with it, I'll just paint that, and then after it gets so high I'll stop painting them because we don't want the coffee pot to look, like it's about to overflow. Although some people might like that much coffee. Alright, and then on each of these edges I'm going to come up another 7 blocks. Now I'm going to come back into, so you're just going to go around the edges like this. Go ahead and paint that black. And add a block on top of all those I just put down. Bring this in one more, so just want to make sure that looks the same all the way around. I think I may take that down a notch just to make it look like part of the coffee's been drank. Then we're going to come in one more layer, then we're going to come back and put wedges on this one, since we can. Hey, if you can put wedges on it, and there should be wedges on it, then just put wedges on it. And this part is supposed to be white. Actually, I believe it's supposed to be chrome, so why don't we go with the gray instead? Then we're going to come back out and make a black rim. Pretty easy to do. You just put these right on the wedges that are below it. I didn't make that too big, did I? I think the base of this thing is supposed to be a little smaller than the top. So what I'm going to do is, to remedy this situation, is just go ahead and bring this down a level. Pro tip, get it right the first time. And then this little rim here is black. I also think that this looks a little bit on the tall side, so I'm going to go ahead and break out a section of this. And I missed. Close enough. Just gotta grab one of these. Grab this one right here. And put it right there. I think that'll look a little better. And then there needs to be a handle. A pretty thick handle that comes out right here. Round that off with some duct pieces. Get this out of my way. And this comes down to about the full length of the pot before it starts to taper back off. Always round things off with duct pieces. Always. Unless it looks stupid. And now I'm going to take the concave wedge and put it right here. And paint all this black. And I'm also going to add a little pour spout over here. It sort of looks like a pour spout. Fortunately for us, it doesn't have to be functional, it just has to be there. Alright, there we have a coffee pot. this thing over so I can attach it. Let's push it as far back over there as we can. Try to get it centered. Flip back one more this way. And there we go. I believe we have a coffee maker, ladies and gentlemen. Except I do want to add there's a little bit of a logo up here, and there's nothing we can do about adding a logo, so we're just going to add a nice little black stripe right there. And I think this actually has a little black outline around it as well, so I'm going to do that. Well, that got really dark right there. Let me fix this right quick. Put this on here and color that back to orange. Alright, so where to put the giant coffee maker? I'm thinking that it should probably go right over here by the sink. However, there's one issue. It's not going to fit under there, so it would have to sit about here somewhere. I do think that one of the problems I'm going to have pretty soon is that I can't put very much under the cabinets because they're so low. So I think I'm going to wind up trimming the bottoms of the cabinets off and moving in, of course, the knobs and everything up, but just to give some space underneath to place things, because, I mean, the coffee maker would fit if it were only, you know, a few more blocks. I think if I knocked about 10 blocks off of all the bottoms of these cabinets, I could realistically place more appliances and things underneath. And let me know what you guys think about that. I think for now I am going to put this coffee maker by the sink and put it right there. There, that's not too close to the sink, not too close to the cabinet, right in the middle. And there's space behind it to walk and put a cord in, and I can plug it into there. Or I can put more electrical sockets on the wall, I suppose. Alright, coffee maker's in place. Alright guys, you can come in now and get your coffee. Hey everyone, don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. And now back to the video. Now the coffee maker is in the bag, or rather on the counter, so let's build the blender now. Blender dimensions are 33 long by 17 wide, the base is 15 high, and the pitcher is 28 blocks high. So let's go ahead and start with the base. It's 33, very good. And then we're going to come over 17. It's got some little feet on the bottom of it, so I'm going to just go ahead and put those feet on right now and get that out of the way. And then they should be black, I think. And the whole base of this is actually black, so that takes care of that. I'm just going to build that up from here. Up to about there, and then in about there, perhaps. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and build the back side of this because it has to be a certain size on top before we start slanting downward toward this part. So base supposed to be 15 high. We got one there already, so and that goes right down to there. Plus there has to be an extra part with a little lip here in the center of the blender. Now I do realize this incline right here is a little bit not quite the same. This one would be closer to the slope of the blender in the picture there, but what I don't like about it is it has these sides to it, and those would be over here on the edge. There's nothing that we can really add to it that would make it look that great, I don't think. I'm just going to go with this. I think this looks fine. I do think it would be cool if we had this rim here and then the rest of it was inset just a bit. That would look kind of cool, I think. Still have to keep this lip going up here though not necessarily. This is my blender after all. One thing I would like to do though is make this a little easier on myself and do some copy paste and call this blender slope. Of course, if I was a smart person, I would have, like, you know, painted these first. Actually, this one on the edge is supposed to be a beige color. So almost all of this is supposed to be a beige color, except for the bottom and a few other selected details. I'm gonna need a bunch of these. Everybody just lay down right there. I'll be with you in a moment. Wonder if that's enough. Now, I would like to try insetting these. There's actually going to be a black part here. And I think this should probably be black as well. And we'll take this and put it... It's not going to go there like that. I'm going to have to remove this piece. It's already been painted. Let's weld it instead. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool, actually. We'll do that there. I have to take that piece off now for this to fit. Yep. It's coming out quite nicely, I think. Need more. You are no longer needed. Okay, so right about here, I'm going to take out a couple of these everywhere I want a button. And then for the button, it's pretty easy actually. You're just gonna put some slopes in here like this. And then leaning the other way. And then again, going that way. And I'm painting a couple of these red, and the rest of them white. Go ahead and fill in this. This may not appear to be a beige color right now, but I'll do some blueprint editing later on and make it so. Plenty of space inside for a hiding spot or two. Never know what those buttons on the front might end up doing. I'm not even sure I know what they're going to be doing. Alright, now for the part that's a little more difficult. And then we can add wedges around this thing to round it out a little bit once I put them in the right place. I forgot a side. And this is where the base connects to the blender picture. And should actually have some blades on it. I'm not entirely sure how I should make blades. I think I'm just going to go with something like this. Then paint all this a light gray. That looks kind of dangerous. And now we need glass to make the picture. Yeah, it needs to start actually on the inside a bit and then come out, so this is going to be fun. go ahead and try to build this outward as I go. The total height of the picture is 28, and then there's a lid on top of it. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 24 more blocks here. And then just fill all these in. Right now it needs its lid, which is going to sit just on the inside. So I'm going to add a couple more layers of glass. And then the lid sits inside it, so I'm going to build it kind of like this. All the way around, and then paint it black. And this part is actually a light gray color instead. So the top here also has a fill cap. It's just a little piece about so big where you can open it up and add other ingredients to the blend. It's made mostly out of glass as well. And now it needs a handle. I think I'm going to make it similar to the way I made the coffee pot handle and see how that looks. And let's see here, I think it should be the same color as the top part of the lid. It does stick off a little bit far, I think. Maybe come back in one with it. Yeah, I think that's a little better. What I think I may do, though, is my painting is about as consistent as scrap mechanics physics. Yeah, this is just a little bit tall, I think. Yeah, drop this down here, and let's set the coffee maker next to it. Yeah, it is definitely a little too tall up there. I need to cut a couple of layers of that off. This edge where the handle is. And put it right there. That looks a little more normal, I think. Okay, so I've done some blueprint editing, and now we're going to take a look at the color I have selected. Now this is this color, the lightest brown we have, and this is this color. That's more like the color I was after. Looks a bit more like the picture, I think. So we're going to get rid of this one, because it's no longer needed. Now let's go put this one in place. What do you say? Don't want to get it too close to the wall or the cabinet. If I go over here, there's the cabinet. I think perhaps right around in there will be good. Just get this thing where I can grab the bottom of it. That piece right there. Alright. Leah, we've got ourselves a blender here now. Yeah, I really like how those buttons come out like that. That looks really good. What would you like to see next, folks? Let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. As for me, I'm going to go see if I can find out where the party went to, so I can let them know there's now a coffee maker and a blender. See you next time. I am Xeridox.